Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I finally got emojis and ligatures in ST. ST has had numerous problems over time that Luke and several other people have been working on to try and get emoji characters in that aren't clipped because of the font size of the glyphs or whatever the issue was. There was clipping on some of the edges of different emojis. That was eventually solved by taking down the font size of Joy Pixels to 10 and keeping like the terminal font around 14 or something like that. And then there was a recent update that Brody Robertson showed that ST now has a patch for ligatures. And there are several versions of it for different, depending on what you've already patched into ST, it'll let you add a ligature patch to it now. I just did it the hard way. I did it exactly how Brody does it, and I just took the diff file and manually, line by line, added the code in. Yeah, it took a little bit longer, but you know what? I knew everything was right. I just put it where it goes, and it wasn't too hard to follow along. So now, and just so I didn't break shit, I actually made, according to a suggestion that I got from the live stream yesterday, or Thursday, I forked Git a Luke's repo, and then I made a branch on it. So I first just sudo make install just so I could have the updated ST to get the emojis. But to do that, I actually had to install XFT. I actually had to install this package, libxft. I just call it Bagra. But installing this actually removed libxft. But using this library will actually let you have the emoji support in ST. So now I can do this. Cool. I now have emoji support. So now it actually shows color emojis in ST. So that's really cool. But I also wanted to try and see how ligatures could work. Now, of course, you're going to need a ligature font. I originally had, I think I tried Firacode in the terminal, or in ST, and I didn't really like how that looked. I don't like some of the serifs on that. So I eventually switched to JetBrains Mono-Regular, and I'm using that for my ligature font. But I basically went line by line. So let's look at the repo. So there were several other files that were added. There's a new library you actually need to install. Something called Harfbus or something like that. HB. It's HB is what it is. Is it Harbuzz or something? In any case, once you install this library, it's all the details are on the Suckless website for this patch about like the dependency. You just install it from like your package manager, and you can check out the diff. I just took the diff from the brand new instance of ST. I didn't want to mess with anything, just give me a clean one. And then I added things in where it should be, and it was not that difficult. So now I can just sudo make install, and it will update my ST. So that's what I did. I've already pushed this this fork to my own repo, so it's up there now. It has the patch for ligatures, it has emojis, and everything else that Luke had set up. The only thing I really had to do based on my LARP's distribution from like almost a year ago is install libxft Bagra and this like Harfbuzz or Harbuzz or something C library, and then do the diff patch manually. But it's all done. And so now if I type in my terminal, I get all those really nice, pretty looking ligatures, which I actually really do like. One of my favorites is the HTML comments. I just love how the line goes through the exclamation point. It just looks so clean. And then I love the not equal to, equal to, and equal to, especially if you're writing JavaScript, which I am now for my website. I've just been updating some things on my website, so there's been a lot of commits pushed to there. You can check out some of that stuff. But let's look at sucklist.org and ST and patches and then ligatures. There you are. Harfbuzz. So you'll need to install that. All I did was Pacman -S Harfbuzz with no capital, and good to go. It took like a second. This one is taken with Fira code. I didn't like it. I put in JetBrains mono, or did I? Did I actually stay with that? Actually, this would all be in config.h. Yep, JetBrains mono. And I leave that at size 14 because that's legible enough. And then Joy Pixels is 10 to prevent the clipping on the emojis. So that's what I did for ST. So now I have ligature support, now I have emoji support, and it works in everything that the terminal has. And because I installed the JetBrains and Fira code fonts on my system entirely, if I go to something like RStudio, I have ligatures now. If I go to VS Code, I now also have ligatures in here somewhere. So I have ligatures in here now. So with the new emoji support in ST and the emoji plugin for Vim, you can now have access to some interesting stuff. I did have some other things set with GitGutter. So let me close some of this stuff and get it out of the way here. So there was, I had GitGutter in here. So there's the emoji stuff for GitGutter, but I want to see, where did I put the, oh, did I just leave it in miscellaneous? Yes, I did. So GitGutter, the actual plugin GitGutter, has some basic text icons like a plus sign, a minus, and a tilde, and you can change them to be your terminal color scheme. And that was something I did from Brody Robertson's video. I saw him do that, and I'm like, oh, yes, want that, because I wanted the color on those things. But now I installed the emoji plugin for Vim. Where are you? Vim Emoji by JuneGun. And now I can do GitGutter, sign, add, and I can change those things. Instead of being text characters or colors, I can actually change them to be emojis. And so what does that look like? So if I was going to edit something, I could do editing this line. I'm going to add those lines. I'm going to delete that line, and then, yeah. And now we just need to wait for things to settle in for GitGutter. Now, GitGutter does take a hot second to load, but there we go. So you can see I have my deleted lines are this red X, new additions are these green check marks, and changed lines are these yellow diamonds. These are like the best things that were sort of like check X and then some other like neutral symbol to be for, like version control, changes, additions, or diff or something. So this is what I did. I just set it to these different emojis, and on the Vim Emoji plugin page that will actually show you or hyperlink to a list of all the available emojis that will work with that plugin, and then excuse me, and then you can easily just change what emojis you want in your GitGutter. So now in all my editors, I now have those ligatures, which I think is just awesome because I really like how it looks. I'm not sure if anything will show up in here because this is just Vim. But in any case, if I was going to type something in Vim, it would actually do, you know, those ligatures, even in Vim. It's just awesome. So if you want to grab a copy of this, it is up on my GitHub. You won't have to do any patching. You'll just have to install, depending on what you have. You can read the README. It's left over from what Luke put on there, but all I needed to install was libxft bagra and harfbuzz, and then, you know, sudo make install. That's it. Yeah, it's all in there. It's all in the repo. So this one has that emoji and ligature support. So if you're like me and you like ST, you don't really want to use anything more complex, and you just wanted a couple of those nice little shiny things, there you go. I thought I was going to do this as a test because I just want to make sure that the ligatures weren't going to break anything. I haven't noticed any issues so far, and having ligatures on my entire system has been awesome. This has been a patch that has been sorely needed, and it's just excellent that it now exists, because now, like, really, ST is great. So yeah, with that, I think I'll call an end to this one. Just really excited that I finally have ligatures in ST. All right, catch you next time.